Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Brandon Flames. What's up, man?
They beat him up. Don't get me wrong. They punched him in the face and this and that. But then they held him down in the parking lot. Like they were laying on him, waiting for the cops to get there, bro. So, I mean, dude, the list just goes on and on. So the same guy, Corey Nielsen, the one that held that guy down for the cops, he's up here threatening to push guys in wheelchairs down the stairs, bro.
You want to end up with a motherfucking hospital player?
Okay.
I seen that online. I seen the message.
And he's a vice president of a 1%er club, and he's never been convicted of a crime. He's got a DUI 20 years ago, two speeding tickets and a parking ticket, bro. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying criminal shit is cool, but if you're gonna be like in a leading position of an outlaw motorcycle gang, shouldn't you be a fucking outlaw? Like, it's crazy up here.
I mean, they all don't need to be arrested, but like,
bro, you gotta have a felony on your record to call yourself an outlaw. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Like, people can take it however you want, but like, there's all kinds of clubs out here. You got computer clubs, you know what I mean? You got all kinds of nerdy. You can go to these Star Trek things or whatever, Corey. But you're not an outlaw, bro. You're not an outlaw. Yeah, there's Tito. Rest in peace, bro. But you can tell by the look on his face. Yep, that's right. That's right as he's walking up to do it before he gets shot.
well, I mean, what was the reason why he pulled a knife out? Do you got any?
I don't know. Like, I don't know that side of things. And again, I'm not trying to shit on Tito, but I'm gonna tell the story how it is, dude. Like, he walked up to the dude and pulled a knife and got shot. Like, I get it. His buddies can say rest in peace and all that, but he's not a victim. Tito wasn't a victim. He was trying to stab a guy that wasn't even bothering him.
Is this like a known thing in Minneapolis? What is their reputation in Minneapolis? The Hells Angels.
See, and this is where it gets kind of foggy, or not foggy. It gets kind of like, because one of my buddies is over there. One of my like good friends from prison is over there. And when he came home, he ended up going with them. And Nemo told him, "Oh, bro, you know, he wrote a song about Jelly Roll. I wrote a song about Jelly Roll being a rat. And remember when he went on, he went to the to Capitol Hill and he was testifying next to the right after
drugs.
he did. I couldn't believe it, bro.
About the drugs, right? About the drugs.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah.
He said, I used to side with criminals, but now I'm on the side of the law, bro. When he said that, I lost my because when I was in prison, I listened to I Need a Favor, like that was my Lift Me Up song, bro. So anyways, I felt super betrayed, bro, just as a fan. I wrote a song about him, and all of a sudden this dude Nemo comes out that's the stalker dude I posted up on my page. Nemo's got stalking cases. That's why he went to prison. I guess he can fight, whatever, I don't care. But stalking, bro, is like you guys go bowling with. That's the only guy from Minneapolis, like right now, that I can say I've heard bad about. I'm not over here trying to on the Minneapolis chapter. They've been around forever. But we can't deny the Pat Matters situation.
No, absolutely not. He threw Pee Wee under the bus. He's still there. He's still lives in Minneapolis.
100 of his own patch members and associates were arrested because of him. 100. And he's still writing books.
And he still lives in Minneapolis.
Yeah. So it's like he's like the Sammy the Bull of Minneapolis.
And he's walking around in the same place where he did it. That would be like Sammy the Bull living in Brooklyn.
Exactly. Downtown. Drinking coffee at the same place every day.
That is insane.
It is, dude. So, and again, just so people are listening, I'm not over here, like, I'm 42 years old. I'm not over here condoning crime. I'm not at all. Like, I want people to, I want especially people that look like me and think like me. And I'm not just saying white. I'm saying people that think like me, like-minded individuals. I want them to lead a better life, bro. Prison is dead. Now they're doing 23-1 in close custody up here in Rush City. I was on 23-1 for 2 years. You know, so I don't want people to have to live like that. The criminal lifestyle is not where it's at. But if you're going to call yourself an outlaw, you better be being one.
There's a lot because it goes on and on, right?
Yeah, I got plenty of paperwork, bro. You want me to read some of it?
Yeah.
All right, which one you want to hear first, bro?
Whatever one.
Let's do the drive-by. Let's do the drive-by.
What, with the girl?
Yeah, let's do that one first.
Yeah, do that one.
Okay, so I want everyone to know what the case file number is for this. So in order to look up, because I don't want you to just take my word for it, public, I want you to be able to look it up and look it up yourself. So you go to PA Courts Gov Minnesota, boom, and then you agree to whatever in order to get in there. You go up to documents, click on the documents tab. Once you're on PA Courts Gov Minnesota, and you type in 69VI-CR-24-948. This I'm just going to read the whole thing. The complainant states that the following facts establish probable cause. Complainant is a duly licensed peace officer and a member of law enforcement. And a law enforcement. That's a song I made. And knows the content of this complaint to be true to his or her own knowledge and or based on reports of other peace officers. All of the conduct described herein occurred within the county of St. Louis, state of Minnesota, unless otherwise noted. On September 2nd, 2024, around 6:17 a.m., this lady came over at 6 o'clock in the morning on business. Officers responded to a report of a female in a silver Jeep who shot at the front door of the Hells Angels Clubhouse in Eveleth. So they responded to a report. First, right there. Officer Chad arrived on scene, spoke to the reporting party, and learned the reporting party was sleeping on a couch and awakened by a disturbance at the front door. Now listen to this part. A different member of the club, meaning the reporting party was a member. Listen to that. Okay? I'm going to read it one more time. Officer Chad arrived on scene, spoke to the reporting party, and learned the reporting party was asleep on a couch and awakened by a disturbance at the front door. A different member of the club, meaning they're both members, confronted a female at the door, told the female to leave and shut the door. The reporting party then heard loud banging noises. So this is them making a statement. You heard loud banging noises and you're a member. So that's a member making a statement. The member who answered the door ran out of the line of fire. So a member was a coward and ran out of the line of fire, which is whatever. I get it. You're getting shot at. Officer Chad arrived. And officers located 14 9mm casings scattered around the street and sidewalk in front of the clubhouse. Apparent bullet holes on the front door of the clubhouse and apparent bullet damage inside the entryway of the clubhouse. At the approximate times listed below, camera footage from the city of Eveleth showed. So the building, first of all, this clubhouse is right next to the police station, and it's right under a street camera. So we have right there. So at 6 a.m., a Jeep Commander displaying Minnesota license plates DNX 099 arrived and parked in front of the clubhouse. She parked. A female with a partially shaved head wearing ripped jeans and a Harley-Davidson sweatshirt exited the Jeep Commander. The female approached the front door of the clubhouse, pointed a handgun at the front of the clubhouse, and fired multiple shots. The female entered the driver's door of the Commander and drove south on Grant Avenue. The Jeep Commander turned west, and they found it later on Grant Avenue and Jones Street, and then it got out of view. Officers spoke to the Jeep Commander's registered owner and learned that the registered owner let her son use the vehicle. So this is Grandma's car, and she did this in Grandma's car.
Do you know what this was over? What was this all about? What was the reason she even did it? What's her relationship for them?
I don't know. Like, I was looking up on her Facebook page, and she was talking about how she was mad at some lady who was like running with the Iron Range Hells Angels, and she felt like this lady was picking on her and with her all the time. And this lady was a Fed. She kept saying this lady's a Fed. They're all Feds. She kept saying this. Before she did this, she kept saying this. She said, I don't want to get into this trade, and they keep on trying to bully me to get into this trade. And then all of a sudden, she shoots the place up, and then she posts on Facebook why she shot the place up. Swear to God, bro.
What did she say the reason was why? Because of that?
I don't remember. I don't want to quote her. I haven't looked at the page in a long time, but I think it's still up. All you got to do is go to Facebook and look up, what's her name, Marie Gunderson or whatever. There's like a timeline of her. She's mad about something. She's more mad. She's more mad. She's more mad. Boom. And then this is what I did.
And then she explains it.
Yeah, for real. Hey, and then right here it says, officer responded to the Town Line Road address and observed the Jeep Commander. So she didn't even try to hide. She just went home, parked the Jeep Commander. Defendant eventually exited the residence, and officers arrested the defendant. Listen to this. Defendant's haircut and clothes matched that of a female shooting at the clubhouse. A female shooting at the clubhouse, bro. So even the cops, they put female in here so many times. Just they're laughing about it too. It says right here, shooting at the clubhouse. Defendant made spontaneous statements, including but not limited to, I f***ing hate the Hells Angels right now. My gun is in my backpack. And then they, dude, listen to this. Officers obtained defendant's consent to enter her room and look in her backpack. In her room, they found a backpack containing a 9mm handgun, multiple magazines, bro. So she was, and rounds of ammunition. So she was trying to get these dudes. I'm not trying to say that so she gets charged for that, but I mean, you know, she already shot at an occupied dwelling on camera. So right now, what she's doing is she's playing the insanity card, and she might get it.
Yeah, but then she'll be in a state hospital for a long time.
I'm just saying the way that her court case is going. I've been watching it.